You are aware that the most common justification is insufficient time. I always tell folks that a week consists of 168 hours. 8 hours of sleep a night means that you've lost more than 50 hours of sleep. There are still 1,102 hours remaining. You would have 55 hours remaining if you worked 60 hours a week to accomplish your priorities. Although I don't really believe the time excuse, it is the most often one I hear. It's time to face facts. Time to get real, people. It's time to take a hard look at ourselves in the mirror and decide that this version of ourselves is not going to go us very far. I've been this version of myself for long enough to know that I will go bankrupt if I don't make a shift and take action. What a guy does in secret is rewarded in public. When it comes to achievement, discipline is the most crucial tool at your disposal. Nobody ever wakes up motivated every day. Motivation is ephemeral. Simple discipline is the secret to the success you want and the thing that will enable your ambitions to come true. It's doing the necessary tasks despite your lack of motivation and desire to do so. You're only disciplined twice a week. You're only excited about the path on Sundays or Wednesdays. And whenever you make a commitment to something, you say, you know what I'm going to commit to. All of this is because you only have one disciplined desire each week. You will shed blood, perspire, cry, lose sleep, go days without food, and do whatever it takes to make the sacrifices required to manifest. We give up too soon. But if we had a little more perseverance, if we worked a little bit harder and just took things day by day, our dreams would come true. Too many people have left you, too many have counted you out, and too many have whispered in your ear, you're going to do what it takes to make the sacrifices necessary to manifest. You'll be in worse shape without them, so disprove their assertions. Every day, I begin by investing in myself. By doing so, I establish a precedent for the rest of my life, making others aware of my importance and worth. As a result, I advise others to invest in themselves first, because they will find that they have the energy, drive, and passion to inspire everyone in their vicinity. The physical aspect is simple. Examine the tangible component. If you are able to turn up again, that's all that's required. Go all in and make some inquiries. You will be okay if we combine it with a willingness to endure a minor suffering. The psychological get ready that is a tale unto itself. I constantly argue that the mind is the fundamental organ and that a powerful mind is a transformative force. It's the muscle located between the ears that determines whether the world's top athletes execute flawlessly or utterly collapse. Our hearts and thoughts can only hold so much space. Our brain bandwidth is limited. And the more distractions there are, the more illusions we develop. The more negativity we let inhabit our hearts and minds, the less energy we have left to answer the call to fulfill destiny and bring about the idea that everything you think about and meditate on has to be worthwhile. Therefore, it's time to examine and evaluate everything in our lives, everything we own, and everyone we will ever meet. Ask yourself, are you worth my time? If not, follow these 3 guidelines when it's time to unplug. The principles Bobby Maximus lives by. First rule, be present each and every day. Number 2 is that you should be fully present and all in when you do show up. Number 3 is that you should be curious, ask questions along the way, and don't be afraid to acknowledge that you don't know everything. If you can pick up some knowledge in addition to these 3 tips, the world is yours. If you want to be good at something, you need to put in 130 quality hours. The next question that comes up frequently is, what does that look like? Is it an hour a day? The minimum amount of time required to achieve anything is 1 hour a day of focused practice for 6 months. If you want to be good at something, you have to practice every day. For example, we can observe individuals like LeBron James who excel at basketball because they practice every day. And we can also observe Wayne Gretzky, who excels at hockey and why he was so good at it. maybe the best of all time because he practiced it daily. For that reason, my main piece of advice to others is to follow their passions every day if they want to succeed in whatever they do. It's the true key to success. Not only do we honor sportsmen, but also critical thinkers, inventors, and performers. We call them heroes and devote millions of followers to them. We like their public personas, but the real tale behind the glamour is unknown to you. The blood is unknown to you. When you see someone who is successful, your first instinct is to assume they're lucky because they had a fantastic trainer and had it easy. However, you didn't see the sweat, tears, prayers, and even weeks without sleep they endured to reach where they are. When you see someone on screen, try not to criticize them instead of trying to put them down. A normal person would never understand the amount of dedication that goes into that craft. The secret to change is to focus all of our energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new, especially behind closed doors when no one is looking. If I were in their shoes, I could do it too. It is my intention to convey that these individuals put in more work than you can possibly comprehend. They come in every day, endure the hardships they endure, and build without permission, only to reveal their work once it is complete.